Welcome! Today we're making a delicious and creamy pumpkin soup that's perfect for any season. Let's dive into each step and create a comforting bowl of homemade pumpkin soup. Let's get started with our pumpkin soup. You'll need one medium pumpkin, which should be peeled, seeded, and cut into chunks. Grab 2 tablespoons of olive oil and chop up 1 large onion, 2 garlic cloves, 2 carrots, and 2 celery stalks. For the broth, you'll need 4 cups of vegetable or chicken broth. To make the soup creamy, have 1 cup of coconut milk or heavy cream ready. Season with 1 teaspoon each of ground cumin and ground ginger, half a teaspoon of ground cinnamon, and salt and pepper to taste. Lastly, for garnish, get some pumpkin seeds, fresh parsley or cilantro, and a little extra cream or coconut milk. Now, let's move on to cooking. First, preheat your oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit or 200 degrees Celsius. While the oven heats up, take your medium pumpkin, peel it, remove the seeds, and cut it into chunks. Toss these chunks with 1 tablespoon of olive oil and a pinch of salt. Spread them out in a single layer on a baking sheet to ensure they roast evenly. Place the baking sheet in the oven and roast the pumpkin for about 25 to 30 minutes, or until the pumpkin is tender and slightly caramelized. The roasting will bring out a wonderful rich flavor in the pumpkin. While the pumpkin roasts, let's prepare the vegetables. In a large pot, heat the remaining tablespoon of olive oil over medium heat. Once the oil is hot, add 1 large chopped onion, 2 peeled and chopped carrots, and 2 chopped celery stalks. Sauté these vegetables for about 5 to 7 minutes, stirring occasionally until they become soft and the onion turns translucent. Add 2 minced garlic cloves and cook for an additional minute, stirring to release the garlic's aroma. This will create a flavorful base for your soup. Now that your vegetables are sautéed and your pumpkin is roasted, it's time to combine everything. Add the roasted pumpkin chunks to the pot with the sautéed vegetables. Pour in 4 cups of vegetable or chicken broth, ensuring everything is well covered. Bring the mixture to a boil over high heat. Once boiling, reduce the heat to low and let it simmer for about 10 minutes. This allows the flavors to meld together beautifully. Give it a stir occasionally and make sure the pumpkin is soft and fully cooked. After simmering, it's time to blend the soup. If you have an immersion blender, you can use it directly in the pot to blend the soup until smooth. Alternatively, carefully transfer the soup in batches to a stand blender. Blend each batch until it's completely smooth, then return it to the pot. If the soup is too thick for your liking, you can add a bit more broth or water to reach your desired consistency. This blending step will give you that creamy, velvety texture. With the soup blended, it's time to add the finishing touches. Stir in 1 cup of coconut milk or heavy cream to make the soup creamy. Then add 1 teaspoon each of ground cumin and ground ginger, and half a teaspoon of ground cinnamon. Season with salt and pepper to taste. Let the soup simmer for another 5 minutes to let the flavors blend together. Taste the soup and adjust the seasoning if needed. If you want extra warmth, you can also add a pinch of nutmeg or cayenne pepper. Your pumpkin soup is now ready to be served. Ladle the soup into bowls, and for a lovely touch, garnish each bowl with toasted pumpkin seeds. Drizzle a bit of extra cream or coconut milk on top, and sprinkle with freshly chopped parsley or cilantro. This adds a nice contrast to the rich soup and enhances the presentation. Serve hot and enjoy the comforting, creamy flavor of your homemade pumpkin soup. And lastly, here are some helpful tips to make your pumpkin soup even better. First, roasting the pumpkin chunks enhances their flavor, giving your soup a rich, caramelized taste. If you're short on time, you can skip roasting and cook the pumpkin directly in the pot, but roasting is definitely worth the extra effort for that deep flavor. Next, consider the texture of your soup. If you prefer a chunkier texture, you can blend only half of the soup or use a potato masher instead of a blender. This allows you to keep some of the pumpkin chunks intact for added texture. When it comes to seasoning, feel free to adjust the spices according to your taste. Adding a pinch of nutmeg or cayenne pepper can give your soup a bit more warmth and complexity. If the soup tastes flat, don't forget to adjust the salt and pepper to enhance the flavors. For storing leftovers, you can keep the soup in the refrigerator for up to 5 days or freeze it for up to 3 months. Just remember to reheat gently on the stovetop to preserve the creamy texture. Lastly, when garnishing, toasted pumpkin seeds add a delightful crunch, while a drizzle of cream or coconut milk gives a nice visual touch and extra creaminess. Fresh parsley or cilantro adds a burst of color and freshness. Enjoy your perfectly creamy and flavorful pumpkin soup.